Good morning, beautiful souls. Let me just grab my water. I wanted to come on this morning to speak about light language. Some of you may understand what it is, some of you may not. Light language can come through the form of vocal sounds, it can come through the movement of the body. Now there are two expressions of light language as I understand it, and that is one, our connection to our inner divinity, our connection to the divine as a whole, and the divine in us, the divine who we are. It is the connection to the deepest, to the highest parts of ourselves, and expressing that forwards into the world, shifting ourselves into that altered state from this physical reality into the higher dimensions, bringing that creative, divine source through in our movement and with the voice. Now some people, Sahara, I know who some of us know, and also Judy Satori over in New Zealand, they bring through beings. Judy Satori had a meeting, beings from Sirius connected with her many years ago before she wrote her books. In fact, they were the reason why she wrote her books, and they speak through her, and she has this telepathic understanding, so she knows what it is, the words that are coming through. Sahara connects with beings of light, but also brings through fairy language as well, as she connects with the fairies. You don't need to do this. I myself, if I'm in the bath and I'm toning in the bath and I go to this alternate state, these different syllables and sounds come out. It doesn't sound like a language, it sounds a bit like a broken language, but all of these syllables, all of these consonants have an effect on our body, and they are just our divine's creative expression. You can learn to do this. I know sometimes we see people on Facebook and they're amazing star beings, and when we hear their light language and we see their light movements, it's like we're programmed to gurify people. And we tell ourselves, we can't possibly ever do that. And often these lovely beings on Facebook, they don't show us how to get to that point. They weren't born doing light language and light movements. It had to be a process. And the process begins with connecting in with yourself, allowing yourself to believe that you are a divine being, allowing yourself to let this energy flow up inside of you and express itself outwards. The vocal light language, there's a beautiful soul called Chanelle O'Hare, who owns the group, the Starseed Nation, We Are the Healers. I'll put it down in the comments, and she will teach you how to bring this light language out of yourself, so you can sit there and start vocalizing it. I prefer to sing the sounds. I am quite new to that, actually, but as you open up more and more of it expresses through you, but you have to allow. If you don't allow, it can't express through you. Let me see if I've still got my music on. So to start with the allowing of the divine to move through you in movement. This is Samaya. They are a shamanic musical group that do, it's almost like a moulding of dance music with shamanic. You can find them on Spotify or some on YouTube. Just connect with the music, start to move. Allow yourself to bring in hands. Don't be concerned about, don't get in this mindset that we've been taught of, oh, I'm copying this person. Nobody owns hand movements. Nobody has copyrighted hand movements or vocal sounds. Okay? So just allow your body to move. Don't think about it. Just allow your body to move. If your hands want to do something, bring your hands in. And the more you do it without thinking, the more you connect with your body, the more you zone out. I like to close my eyes because different colours come in, different shapes come in. Sometimes it looks like a kaleidoscope. You must breathe with the movement. Breathe in one way, breathe out another. You'll find that different movements seem to break up energy, to be released. Make sure you move the hips, circle them round, build a whirlpool of energy with your hips, connecting with the ground. Connecting with the sky. Moving the energy around you, connecting deeply. These deep parts of yourself. Allow, play, express. Be who you were always meant to be in this now moment. As you connect more deeply, you'll find these emotions of love and joy bubble up inside of you. You might tear up. Embrace it. Go even deeper. You are divine. You are loved. Feel your heartbeat. With it. Bring the music into your heart and connect it to the ground and up to the sky. Move the energy. Beautiful. Before I go, I spoke yesterday in a post about how I sometimes feel just before menstruation this sadness, this grief, this loss moves through me. If you're a woman and you experience that too, this kind of movement, this kind of connecting inwards, this kind of just allowing the emotions to flow through you, it can be so valuable, so valuable. Also, essential oils that you can use, the balancing energy, the balancing power of geranium, the loving energies of rose. Clary sage is so powerful for the sacral area, but also it's ecstatic energy, takes you higher, pulls you out of those sad moments. Lavender is extremely nurturing, extremely calming. Basically just any pure therapeutic essential oil that you connect with, use that to lift you up, use that to bring your frequency up. Yesterday, moving away from that subject, yesterday there was a point where I was resting and all of a sudden I felt this heavy pressure on my third eye. I don't tend to generally feel that. My third eye is usually one of the most balanced chakras in my body. So I was like, oh, is something going on? Is someone working on me? But I couldn't get a sense of what it was. Usually I sense someone near me or what have you. But it felt like I was laying down with a massive crystal on my forehead. And I said to Carl, I said, I feel this immense pressure on my third eye. And he was like, yeah, I can see this shadow, a triangular shadow, possibly a pyramid. And I was like, okay. I got him to go and get my Merkaba quartz crystal. And I just lay down with that for a little while and then felt called to tone. Some very high toning frequencies came through. Did that for 5 or 10 minutes. And then I was fine. I don't know what it is, but we're all changing, we're all moving higher. As these frequencies of the earth move up and move higher, we're all changing. These things are going to happen. For some of us some of us will experience it more dramatically than others. Mine tends to be sort of a gentle drip of things happening. And we don't need to always understand what it is. You know, if it feels good, it's a good change. If it doesn't feel good, then maybe some cleansing is in order. But also through menstruation and just before menstruating, we women, we tend to open up in the area of the psychic. We tend to open up and become even more sensitive. So that could be something to do with it. Anyway, just wanted to share that with you. I will post Chanelle's name below in the comments and the group if you should be interested. I hope you enjoyed that. I've really enjoyed connecting with you in this way, and it's the first time I've done spiritual dance in front of a camera before, believe it or not. It was beautiful, and just know whenever you watch this that we are connected through this virtual vehicle of expression. We are connected. I'm so grateful. I love you all so much. Please write replay in the comments so I can say hi to you. I'd love to connect with you. Have a really good day.